Today, this Friday, getting ready for the weekend. Eric Roy here with my good buddy Carlos Laguna, BMX superstar, and also one of my good friends. What's up, my friend?
Nothing much, man. I like your playlist.
Hey, thanks, buddy. We're bringing back the 80s.
I love it. Actually, a textbook movie that is really famous in our action sports. It's called Soil. That's the intro song. So,
is it really? Wow.
Yeah. So Take On Me.
Yeah.
Premium choice you have today.
And I know Carlos loves the 80s because he was telling me before we got started that he's going to be bringing back the fanny pack for men.
Hey, man, don't spill the beans.
Oh, yeah,
I was prepping for 2021.
Oh, that's 2021.
News.
I want one, too. So Carlos Laguna is a BMX star. He is a jumper. They call him
BMX dirt jumper.
Dirt jumper, and then he's also a racer. So I want to talk a little bit about his history, then we get into BMX and then some other things. First of all, Carlos, he's got a great story. It's an awesome story about how he came to Las Vegas and how he got into BMX in the first place. So let's first start with that. Hit us with that, Carlos.
All right, super simple. I was born in La Paz, Mexico, safest city in North America, according to Google, back in 2005.
Okay.
In 1982, and another fun fact, because I just watched E.T., the year that E.T. Was aired. So, and I just watched it for the first time, so I'm excited.
That's got to be what, early 80s?
82.
82,
82, yeah. That's my year was born, and the movie got released that year.
Why are you a year older than me, but you look younger than me?
I ride in the dirt all day long.
You should look older. You should be hobbling around with a neck cast.
Don't curse me, man. I don't want that to happen.
All right, I take it back. He's too good. He doesn't fall.
It happens from time to time. But no, I was born in La Paz, Mexico, safest city in North America, as I said earlier. My dad had a great job being the supervisor for Mexicana Airlines. Okay. And I was a cool kid in the neighborhood. I was the only one that had Nintendo, so everybody wanted to come over. Yeah. It's so crazy. I remember having the Michael Jordan shoes, and they invited me to my friend's house just to show off my shoes.
Air Jordans.
Exactly. So things were great. I used to play baseball and the whole nine, and then Mexicana Airlines wasn't doing so well. Yep. So my dad had the option to either retire early or move to any of the cities that the airline offered the job, which the option was Tijuana. Okay. So we picked everything up, and I was now the average Joe because Nintendo was outdated. My ratty-looking Michael Jordans were no good. Everybody had them.
Time to upgrade.
Exactly. But we couldn't afford them, but I'm still a happy guy there.
Okay.
And we're just doing our thing. And I was playing baseball, and I think I made my first $20. I was the Pee All-Star League. We were down by 7 runs, and my coach said if I hit the Grand Slam, he would pay me $20. Sure enough, I did the Grand Slam, but sad to say, we lost the game.
All it takes is a little money to motivate Ricardo Laguna. That's all it takes.
Let me tell ya.
You going to hit a Grand Slam today?
Done. Give me a challenge.
There you go.
Is this 5 or 10?
This is only 5. Will you take it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Too little.
Chip change for me.
Yeah. He doesn't play.
So we fast forward another 4 years, and when I'm
so you hit that Grand Slam when you're 10.
Yep.
You're like, everybody's like, play baseball, Ricardo. Obviously, you're good at it. Why did you go to BMX from baseball?
Well, I kind of have to go a little bit ahead of time. So with 13, same scenario happened. The airline wasn't doing so well, and my dad had the option to either move to this city or retire. Okay. And timing is everything. My parents applied to become a U.S. citizen because my grandma was an American citizen. So we became U.S. citizen when I was about to turn 13, and my parents heard that there was a great job opportunity in Las Vegas. Yes. So my brother and I got bamboozled. They said they were going to come out to Las Vegas to celebrate my birthday and live it up at Circus. Yep. But little did we knew, my dad went out there to get a job, and he ended up getting a job at the Stardust Hotel and Casino. Casino's not even around anymore. Wow. And he was washing dishes. So it's pretty eye-opening that the sacrifices he's willing to do, become a supervisor to wash dishes.
Yeah. So your dad's got a great job working for an airline. He tells you, Ricardo, it's your birthday. We're going to Las Vegas for your birthday. You go to Circus. Play all the games.
We're living the dream.
Living the dream. Yeah. You can't really do better when you're 13 in the Circus. And then meanwhile, your dad is applying for citizenship, and then apparently he gets it. So he's essentially demoted from working in the airlines to washing dishes, but his son gets to live here in the United States. And
we came with all American dream.
Yeah, it's total American dream right there. So then you come here at 13?
Correct. Okay. And now we went from me and my brother having our room, living it up, to now a trailer park where we had to share not a room, but the living room to follow the all-American dream. So I want to make some friends and I want to play baseball. Back then, internet wasn't so accessible, which I feel like our parents, when they used to walk barefooted through the snow and we had buses to take to school, kind of the same story for me.
That'll be our story.
Exactly. So
we didn't have the cloud, kids.
yes, there you go.
It was terrible.
So I want to make some friends or play baseball, and I found some kids in the neighborhood. They were riding BMX bikes, and they said the number 7 national BMX track of the whole United States was literally 2 miles away from this trailer park.
Cool.
So every Friday, my parents, that's the only time we can afford, like, basically go out and spur, which meant eat at a buffet. Yeah. We were coming back, and I've been very blessed that my parents have supported me 100% because I would not be where I'm at today without their support.
For sure.
But I saw the lights, and I told my mom, I was like, we have to go over there. They're telling me it's a BMX track.
Right.
I don't know what they meant. Let's go and check it out.
Yes.
Sure enough, I was like a little kid in the candy store. I pulled into Nella's BMX track where there was lights, people in uniforms, this gate that holds 8 riders, and it drops within a split second. And whoever gets to the checker line first wins.
Yes.
I was like, sold. I want to do this. So I was like, Mom, please buy me a bike. And she said, mijito, dame un mes o dos y te compro una bici. Which you know what that means, right?
Yeah. 1 or 2 more months, and I'll get that for you.
They see, look at you. You're on point. Yeah, it's like, give me.
Yo puedo hablar español.
Good. So.
Don't put me on the spot like that again, though. Okay.
I have to. It's on tape right now.
I got lucky on that one.
So 2 weeks later, she actually bought me the worst possible bike ever.
Okay. But did you know it?
Oh, yeah, totally. I was kind of sad when I got it.
Chain's broken?
Yeah. No, it was a brand new super low-end bike.
Okay,
a Robinson SST. I still remember that.
Yes.
It's a little bit higher than a Kmart. Probably Walmart.
All right. There you go.
But I treated it like gold, and a passion became a career. Cool. So I was actually one of the worst riders of all time. My brother was better than me, and he's 4 years younger. Oh, boy. So that's pretty tough in the ego.
Wow. With it, though.
Yeah, kept chopping away. Yeah. So I graduated from high school. My parents said, all right, well, you're either going to school or you're getting a job. And I was like, I just did 12 years of school. I'm getting myself a job. Yeah. So I was dating this girl that was a manager for this construction company, and I got a job right away. But me waking up at nighttime and digging in the middle of summer was not for me. So 4 days of that, and I called it quits.
Good call.
After that, I became actually a kindergarten, preschool teacher, I guess is the best way. Or daycare. Really? Daycare is probably the right way to say it. It's child time. They're not even around anymore.
Need a babysitter to watch the babysitter.
I gotcha. I need some side hustles. So I got that job, and I remember it was like, I've been working for 3 months, and I remember going to my boss, when am I going to get a raise? Yeah. She's like, I've been meaning.
After 3 months?
Yeah, well, I'm naive, 18 years old.
Am I going to get a 401k out of this or what?
Yeah, exactly. I need to make my plan. But she did give me a raise, 25 cents, and she said not to tell everybody. Oh, when I went home and I told my parents that I was mad I only get 25 cents, I said, why? Because my goal is I wanted a nice lifted in the whole bells and whistles truck. Yeah. So my dad said, well, start working in the school district. So I did, and I became the lunch dude. Best job of all times. I was not the lunch lady, the lunch dude.
What differentiates the two? Just
I guess a male, yeah.
Alpha maleness?
Yeah, there you go. So it makes it sound more appealing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I did that for about 3 months, and then I became a PE teacher assistant. Okay. So throughout there is when I started competing, and I started fading away from racing and doing the freestyle. Cool. And I started building jumps in random deserts. Mm-hmm. So since I'm in random deserts and privately owned, it's kind of illegal. So I do not recommend you to do that, kids. So they got destroyed. My parents said that if we would stick it out and buy a fourplex and share a room with my brother, that they would buy a house that would have land. And sure enough, they did. And we fast forward, we had the best compound of all times, and I didn't have to worry about a full acre of the Ricardo Laguna land. Oh, yeah.
He's got in his backyard, he's got like big ramps. I don't know how big
I like to say the Bentleys of ramps.
Are they the biggest?
Yeah. It's 26 foot.
I knew they were over 20 feet.
Yeah, 26 feet is the tallest one.
That's just the ramp, which tells you how high in the air this dude's going.
I mean, we just had another 10 feet to that.
Okay.
And then, but the good thing is that they're called resi jumps. So basically it's a cushion on top of it's called WP polyester plastic. So then you slide when you fall. Oh, so it's like the Bentleys of ramps.
When you fall from 30 feet in the air, it's very comforting.
This
new ramp gives them a massage on the way down.
If you catch a transition.
Take it easy.
So, but yeah, so now we had the ramps, and I got the biggest breakthrough of all times. A company that hired me to do shows every now and then because I wasn't very good, but I can do backflips.
Okay.
They said they had the opportunity to do shows at Legoland.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm in. And I was like, but why you pick me? So a good friend of mine, Joe Riley, way better bike rider than me back then. And nothing that's wrong with having long hair, piercings, and tattoos. But Legoland back then had a policy. You had to take off your piercings, cut your hair, and cover your tattoos.
Right.
But he declined that.
Okay.
And they came to option B.
Oh.
The clean cut kid that can
So
only
humble. So humble.
Yeah. So the best opportunity of all times. I remember getting done doing shows on a Friday night, and I had the opportunity. I got invited to go. It's called the King of Dirt to qualify for X Games.
Very cool.
I flew from San Diego to New York.
Okay.
From Friday, come back on Monday, and I earned because I got third place, so I got the invite.
Okay.
And that's how the sponsorships came in, and then through that, then I was like, now I can afford buying that beautiful truck that I'm dreaming. I had a lifted F3 250 with TVs and the whole bells and whistles.
We got a real redneck over here.
Yeah, hey, let me tell you.
He's got his diesel 350 over here.
It was diesel, actually, too.
Oh, boy. You don't live on a farm, do you, Ricardo? I don't think so.
So, yeah, that's pretty much a story. And through that, I had too much free time still.
And Ricardo has, for the record, after that, won race after race after race. And all these jumping competitions, which I'm not as familiar with, he wins them first place.
I mean, I just won the South America King of Dirt twice.
But there you go. Once in a while, he'll get a second place, but it's unusual. He wins them and he wins them and he wins them all. So he started doing some racing. Then he went into jumping.
Correct.
And he's doing these amazing tricks. And I want to ask you about that. Tell me some of those crazy tricks that you do, Ricardo.
Hands down for me,
what is your staple?
My favorite one is a backflip double tail whip. That's when you do a backflip and the bike, when you're upside down, does a 720. So you're basically looking like a helicopter upside down.
Wow. So you do backflip, and then 720 is two 360s.
Two rotations.
So he goes upside down, rotates the back around once.
And once again,
let's throw it around again.
Roll the dice.
And then you got to, after you flip it twice, you got to somehow then
you just
continue to get back
on the pedals.
And
not being upside down. Just keep her upside down and shine side up.
Wow.
I think you can do it after a couple bumps and bruises.
Give me a couple practice shots. I should be able to knock it out.
Some print now, guys. So we're getting that video after this.
You may not see me again. All right. I may be well, not in a good state after that. I would never try that. I don't have balls to do that. It sounds insane.
I seen you wakeboarding.
Okay, I do wakeboard, wake surf, I like that.
I think you have it in you. I think you're built in.
All right, I'm going to give it a shot.
And the viewers want to see this.
Let's do this.
Let's get the ratings up.
Yeah, let's do this. So that's one of Ricardo's tricks. He can do a lot of other tricks. Now, how long were you in the dirt jump game before you transitioned into racing?
So I originally started racing, and I stopped. Okay. And I got a sponsorship with Corrupt Bikes, and they said that, hey, we noticed that you race. We're going to give you an incentive and send you some race equipment, and we'd love for you guys to represent us. So I said,
cool.
Get paid to ride my bike more. That's an easy sell. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So actually next Saturday, USA BMX is hosting the state championship at Ed Fountain.
Okay.
And hopefully we're going to defend the title for the 4th year in a row.
So you're racing on Saturday.
Yep.
He's going to be
24th.
There. Where are you racing at?
Ed Fountain.
Ed Fountain. And this is USA BMX.
Correct.
Which is the
ascension for you to go to the Olympics.
Okay, cool. So tell us a little bit how racing works. How long is the race? How many contestants are there?
Yeah, so
how do you got a place to get to the Olympics?
The coolest thing about USA BMX, it doesn't matter. There's literally like 2-year-old kids on striders that they race.
Yeah.
So they have different ages, different classes, and then you gradually have to, after building so many points and wins, then you have to make it to the top.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the gist on the simple way.
And do you accumulate the points over the year? Is that how it works?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
for a rider, not anybody can just show up for this race because it's a championship. You have to have a minimum of points and races.
Okay. You got to have X amount of points, X amount of races, then you show up to this race, USA BMX.
And then they line you up with you or 7 more, and so you can get to the finish line first.
That's cool. So is this race, is it one of the grand finales?
This is the finale.
It the grand finale?
Yep.
Okay. So it's the grand finale. And then how well would you have to do in this race to get to the Olympics?
So they're changing a lot of dynamics with the whole COVID, and they haven't released that stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But the cool thing is, this is going to be the first time they're going to have BMX freestyle.
Okay,
so that's
cool.
what I'm shooting for. And the way you do that, you have to compete at the FICE, which is a contest that is in France.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So far I only won it once out of 8.
Don't test me on my French now.
Well,
Comment allez-vous?
Hey, bring it. Oui.
Oui. Have you had any big wrecks? Have you ever like come down and like?
It's nature of the beast. Yes.
Is it nature of the
yeah,
beast?
yeah. But I'm blessed.
I didn't know if you're invincible.
No. As much as I fool ya, no, I have gotten broken. Crazy to say, I broke this wrist.
Okay.
And I clearly remember like yesterday
that
they put 5 pins. And I remember when they took the cast off, they're like, so are you going to put me to sleep to pull the pins? And like the doctor said, no, he literally pulled a set of pliers that identical from my toolbox, and he just went to town and pulled them off.
Oh my God.
So that's pretty wild. Kids, wear your safety equipment.
Yeah, definitely. So you had the wrist. Any other big ones?
2 collarbones in the right, 1 on the left, which I just did them backwards. Nose, half of my teeth is fake. Stitches all over the face.
Wow.
Left knee, left ankle.
Wow.
Broke my right toe. I mean, we have more time. I don't want to keep going.
Oh my gosh! All right, it's a dangerous sport. All
yeah.
Right. Not for the faint. Not for the faint of heart. Absolutely. Now we got COVID-19. Have you been? I know you do a lot of presentations or whatnot, appearances, etc. Obviously, not a lot of that going on right now. What have you been doing with your time, buddy?
Yeah, so I'm very blessed that I have half an acre to keep myself entertained.
Okay.
So one of my first thing was make my garage my official gym because
cool.
gym closed. So you have yet to come out. I don't know if you're intimidated to show me off how much weight you can stack.
We got to do this.
So after that, I ended up redoing the dirt jumps. And then I'm still in the middle of finishing some of the ramps.
Okay, cool.
And then in the house, I have basically the office. So now I can do all my remote work from my office.
Okay.
So there's times I remember when first COVID hit, I was literally almost a full month without leaving my driveway.
Were you really?
I kid you not.
Didn't that just make you like
a robot? It made me a robot because I worked out, ride,
Navy SEAL
back.
style.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
So if anything, I was like, when is the next contest? Because I'm ready.
Because you're ready.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing. I have nothing else to do.
Training your ass off in there. That's good. And then you mentioned to me that you're making some moves in the real estate game. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I bought my first property when I was 20 years old. I bought a fourplex. Yeah, I know. Thanks. And throughout that time, I managed to acquire 26 units.
Okay.
And right now, I'm thinking about liquidating to finally enjoy my fruits of labor, I guess is the best way to say it.
I mean, yeah.
So
getting up there in age.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Retirement age now.
Just remember, you're ahead of me, so you don't slow down.
True.
I'm hoping to buy some land so I can make the ultimate Laguna land compound.
Oh, very cool.
So if that happens, it might be 4 acres that I might need you to come out and help me dig.
That'd be awesome, buddy.
So
put me to work, bro.
Exactly.
I'm ready.
There you go. You guys heard it.
Just invite me out in the middle of July, will you? That's fine.
Good 10 and easy way to lose weight.
Hey, I need it both. All right.
I gotcha.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Ricardo Laguna again, one of my good friends, BMX Mastermind. Hope you all have a good Friday afternoon and a nice weekend ahead of you. All right. Take care, everybody.
Hey, man. Good times.
Woo.